Imagine a world where a small garage startup becomes a tech giant, dominating the global market and transforming the way we interact with technology. Today, we will dive into the fascinating story of Nvidia, a company that started with three visionaries in a restaurant to become the most valuable publicly traded company in the world for the first time in history by surpassing Microsoft on June 18th of 2024. Nvidia's profits skyrocketed with the graphics industry sector's rise, coupled with the strategy of splitting each share of the company on the New York Stock Exchange into 10, keeping the price more accessible. The chip company reached a peak market valuation of $3.336 trillion, with shares sold at $136.60 on the New York Stock Exchange, up more than 3% on the day, adding over $103 billion to its valuation. But how did they achieve this? Do you know how Nvidia started? Did you know it almost went bankrupt before becoming the giant it is today? Nvidia is not just a technology company. It is a story of persistence, innovation, and vision. Soon you will discover how Nvidia revolutionized computer graphics and why their GPUs are essential not only for gaming, but also for artificial intelligence, data centers, and even autonomous cars. You will understand what made Nvidia a name that inspires so much respect and admiration. We will uncover the secrets behind their technological innovations, the challenges they faced, and how they overcame obstacles that many would consider insurmountable. We are going to look back into the past and see how a little startup came up from behind everyone else to dominate the graphics card industry en route to being the world-leading tech juggernaut it is today. Traditionally, Nvidia is the company behind many major companies. It powers Netflix, Adobe, Airbnb, NASA, and even Kellogg's Cloud Services. For those outside the tech industry, Nvidia might be the largest company you've never heard of. According to Amazon, over 90% of Fortune 100 companies use Amazon Web Services, which relies on Nvidia's hardware. Today, Nvidia helps power AI systems like ChatGPT and collaborates with Google as well. It is also used in Amazon's robotic parts for gaming, even though that's not what they are primarily known for. They're essentially selling shovels in a gold rush, providing the infrastructure for the digital age. And for that, Nvidia is worth over $3.3 trillion. While there are questions of whether a company with a $3.3 trillion market cap is part of a bubble, there is no doubt the influence Nvidia has had on the wider industry. From very nearly going bankrupt in 1995, it's been a remarkable turnaround. In 1995, there were over 30 different companies competing with one another to build the best graphics chips for the personal computer. 6 years later, there would only be three, with one clearly in the lead: Nvidia. You might be astonished by some of the audacious tactics they implemented to maintain their lead, such as their pivotal involvement in the 90s video gaming surge and their investment in artificial intelligence, which now serves as a major engine of growth for the company. Additionally, in the mid-2000s, the company encountered severe difficulties due to the cryptocurrency boom, which led to a scarcity of their graphics cards in the market. Nevertheless, Nvidia was able to convert this challenge into an advantage, broadening its scope to include new fields like artificial intelligence and self-driving vehicles. The origin story of the company, as well as its journey, is as captivating as its founder. Nvidia was established in 1993 by Jensen Huang, Chris Malachowski, and Curtis Preem. Nvidia's journey started modestly but with a critical component: a distinct vision for the future. For example, the founders deliberated over hundreds of potential names for the company, but only decided on the final one just before its official registration. They realized they needed a distinctive name that would stand out and capture the essence of their vision for the company. The name Nvidia is a blend of NV, an abbreviation for next version, and Nvidia, the Latin word for envy. This choice reflected the founders' ambition to create a product so outstanding that it would evoke envy among all competitors. This anecdote illustrates how fundamental it was for Nvidia not just to compete, but to lead and innovate continuously. Jensen Huang, Chris Malachowski, and Curtis Preem also recognized that the future of graphics lay in hardware acceleration. The company was set up with the goal of developing microprocessors that could efficiently render high-quality 3D graphics. And as we will learn later, they were correct. All the founders of Nvidia were highly skilled engineers. Jensen Huang was the Taiwanese director of coreware at LSI Logic and a microprocessor designer at AMD. Chris Malachowski brought his engineering knowledge from his experiences at HP and Sun Microsystems, and Curtis Preem had previously designed graphics chips at IBM and Sun Microsystems. Though being a qualified engineer is one thing, but launching a startup is another. And this is something that Nvidia's founders learned firsthand. To understand how Nvidia became a technological powerhouse, we need to go back to the early 90s. Nvidia spent 2 years assembling a team and developing their initial product, the NV1, which was officially released in 1995. While working on the NV1 chip, Nvidia managed to secure a contract with Sega to produce NV1 chips for their gaming consoles. Despite the innovative approach, the project turned out to be a complete failure. Expectations were high, but reality proved harsh. The NV1 did not achieve the expected success, and the company faced a financial crisis and nearly went bankrupt. The company even had to cut half of its employees and subsequently abandoned the development of the NV2 for the Sega Dreamcast. Many would have given up, but Huang and his team saw this failure as an opportunity to learn and improve. The NV1's failure became a critical learning experience for Nvidia. From that point forward, they focused on developing a product that truly met market needs. In 1997, Nvidia launched the Riva 128, a graphics card that combined 2D and 3D acceleration. This was a turning point. The Riva 128 was an immediate success, proving that Nvidia was on the right track. But that was just the beginning. The real revolution came in 1999 with the release of the GeForce 256, the world's first GPU. This innovation not only set new performance standards, but also transformed Nvidia into a market leader. The introduction of the GeForce 256 graphics card was a game-changer for gamers at the time who couldn't afford costly processors. It opened up new opportunities for both regular gamers and developers to experiment with advanced shading and lighting effects, greatly improving the gaming experience. Because all of that, at this time, people start increasingly talking about Nvidia company in a good way. Riding on this wave of success, Nvidia went public in the same year. By 2000, Nvidia had landed a significant contract to create graphics hardware for Microsoft's Xbox gaming console. This agreement provided Nvidia with a hefty advance of $200 million, a significant improvement over the earlier venture with Sega. The Xbox was launched in 2001 featuring a custom chip known as the NV2A. Leveraging this success as a springboard, Nvidia prospered throughout the 2000s, contributing to the development of processors for Sony's PlayStation 3. Major computer industry players like Apple, Dell, and HP began incorporating Nvidia's GPUs. The company continued to escalate in prowess and influence. They also started to diversify their focus from just gaming chips and graphics. Realizing the potential of GPUs and their parallel processing capabilities, Nvidia saw that these could be utilized for much more expansive applications that we will see later. The dawn of the new millennium has proven favorable for the company. Most of its competitors have exited the market, leading to a duopoly consisting of Nvidia and the equally prominent ATI in the graphics card sector. The rivalry with ATI has spurred both companies to rapidly introduce new technologies in their products, effectively barring other significant players from entering the market. Nvidia has since aimed to provide developers with the tools and software needed to fully leverage the capabilities of the GPU. So in 2006, Nvidia launched a software toolkit called CUDA. This was one of the most critical moments in Nvidia's history. This parallel computing platform allowed developers to harness the power of GPUs for a variety of intensive processing tasks, from scientific simulations to artificial intelligence some years later. The introduction of CUDA was a watershed moment, as it opened up new possibilities and markets for Nvidia, further solidifying its position as a leader in technological innovation. This development opened the door for all industries that needed to manage vast amounts of data. The movement began in 2008 when the Tokyo Institute of Technology utilized CUDA-accelerated GPUs for their supercomputer, Subaime 1.01. Since that time, numerous other data centers including Amazon Web Services, Google Cloud Platform, and Netflix have embraced GPUs for a range of uses. One day, during a road trip, Jensen Huang noticed that the car's processor was quite weak. This observation sparked the idea of approaching car manufacturers with a proposal to integrate his processors. In 2015, Nvidia launched the Drive PX, a computing platform for autonomous vehicles that utilize GPUs to process vast amounts of data in real time. This innovation enabled car manufacturers to develop safer and smarter vehicles, capable of perceiving and responding to their environment autonomously. This initiative brings more than $500 million and consolidates the company in this area. In 2018, Nvidia ventured into new territory with the launch of the Turing architecture and the introduction of its new RTX series graphics cards. These GPUs not only offered superior performance, but also brought real-time ray tracing technology to the consumer market, delivering incredibly realistic graphics and raising the standard for gaming and visual applications. From there, Nvidia continued to innovate and expand its boundaries. They introduced technologies such as SLI, which allowed the use of multiple graphics cards in a single system. In addition to technological innovations, Nvidia has also had a significant impact on various industries. In the early 2000s, the cryptocurrency boom created unprecedented demand for their graphics cards. All new items entering the market were immediately purchased by miners, leading to growing dissatisfaction among ordinary gamers who cannot get video cards. While this has caused shortages and frustration among gamers, Nvidia managed to capitalize on this demand by expanding its operations and developing specific solutions for different markets. The importance of Jensen Huang's visionary leadership in such a competitive and volatile market is crucial. Huang has not only guided Nvidia through crises, but has also positioned it as a leader in technological innovation. His vision-centered and resilient approach is a valuable lesson for any entrepreneur. One of Jensen Huang's biggest bets was in the field of artificial intelligence. The company early recognized the potential of GPUs for deep learning tasks and other AI applications. Nvidia's GPUs have become the default standard for training and deploying generative AI and large language models. For instance, OpenAI, known for ChatGPT, utilizes the A100 series GPUs, enabling the swift and broad deployment of their AI models. When ChatGPT exploded onto the scene in November 2022, all the major tech companies eager to capitalize on the AI craze rushed to acquire Nvidia's GPUs. Additionally, Nvidia has been investing in strategic partnerships with technology giants like Google, Amazon, and Microsoft, providing GPU infrastructure for their cloud services. These collaborations not only extend Nvidia's reach, but also solidify its position as a leader in high-performance computing and AI. The A100 GPUs were particularly in high demand. Microsoft alone was utilizing an impressive 10,000 of them. Each A100 unit cost $10,000, and Nvidia was selling hundreds of thousands of these units. Due to this surge, Nvidia's sales climbed to $13.5 billion in the quarter ending July 2023. This resulted in a remarkable increase in market value by $184 billion in just one day. Then, on May 30th, 2023, Nvidia joined the elite group of companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, and Tesla by achieving a $1 trillion market cap, becoming the sixth company globally to reach this milestone. 1 year later, in June 2024, for the first time in history, Nvidia surpassed Microsoft to become the most valuable publicly traded company in the world. The chipmaker's market valuation peaked at $3.336 trillion, with its shares trading at $136.60 on the New York Stock Exchange, marking an increase of over 3% for the day and adding more than $103 billion to its valuation. The meteoric growth of Nvidia in recent years can be attributed to a combination of visionary leadership, technological innovation, and bold market strategies. The company not only adapted to changes in market demands, but also created new opportunities by anticipating trends and investing in emerging areas. Nvidia's journey is a lesson in resilience, innovation, and strategic vision, serving as an inspiration to entrepreneurs and innovators worldwide. It's a clear example of how vision and innovation can lead to success. They early on recognized the potential of GPUs not just for gaming, but also for applications in artificial intelligence, data centers, and autonomous vehicles. This ability to look beyond the immediate horizon and invest in cutting-edge technologies was crucial for the company's meteoric growth. From the beginning, Jensen Huang fostered an environment where experimentation and risk-taking were encouraged. This approach allowed Nvidia to recover from failures and transform challenges into opportunities for growth. Today, this mindset is more relevant than ever, as companies face an unprecedented pace of technological change. So there you have it, the story of Nvidia up to this point. It's been a remarkable journey, and I hope you found it engaging and learned something new. Currently, Nvidia is experiencing unprecedented success, but it remains to be seen whether this trend will continue positively, stabilize, or decline. This video was crafted with great attention to detail. If it inspired you in any way or provided you with valuable knowledge, please hit the like button and share it with your friends and colleagues who are also passionate about technology and innovation. Your engagement is crucial in helping us deliver more high-quality content. Feel free to share your thoughts on what surprised you most about Nvidia's journey to becoming what it is today. See you in the next video and continue to innovate.